Hello, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Uhfgood, and today we're going to continue with the throne room slash board room. And if you don't know, I'm making a point and click adventure somewhere in the middle of 2D and 3D. Technically, it's going to be 3D, but I'm going to draw sprites, hand draw, and hand animate sprites. For the characters and maybe some items and props. I'm not sure. And they will be in 3D space, and they will actually. I'll actually do the thing that they did in Wolfenstein and Doom, where the sprites had different rotation in each frame, and then depending on where you were from the object, what angle you were at, it would even though the sprite would always face you directly, it would actually turn, switch the frame out so it looks like it's rotating. Anyways, that's just technical stuff. And then of course the backgrounds are going to actually be low poly 3D models, and they're going to be hand painted textures, so they'll look like hopefully they'll look like a 2D painting. Well, I mean, it'll have three dimensionality to it, but hopefully it'll look like a painting like you'd see in a cartoon or a 2D point and click adventure game. And so far, I'm working on Throne Room. Now, if you've been watching all these up until now, you probably know already. But just a quick refresher. There's the scene where halfway, which is the wizard. He's the advisor and friend to the king, and he's the one that suggested that the king turn Enchanted Lands into a tourist resort. And it was going well for a while until things started closing down. Certain things started happening, and people started disappearing, and a bunch of stuff happened. And so halfway is kind of surveying what's going on, and when he gets a call, now it's not necessarily going to be a phone call. It's either through a magic mirror or some magic involved, or somebody comes and gets him or whatever. He gets summoned to the castle, the administration castle, which is a castle in the clouds. But it's the administration for the whole kingdom, the whole resort, and he gets summoned to there, and he goes into the throne room where the king is, and he informs halfway that Enchanted Lands has just been bought by this guy named Max and his couple of cohorts, and that he's being fired, and he's literally ejected right out of the castle. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, how he's going to survive that, but I'll figure something out. So I'm going to see if I can do this room with a few puzzles, the full UI, full animation. Hopefully it'll look like a fully complete game, but it'll just be just the one room. And so right now I'm working on a temp version of the throne room. In fact, these are my thrones, which are just basic. They're essentially temporary chairs that will serve as my thrones while I'm working all this stuff out. And so I'm building this throne room in Blender. And actually, I should let me do something here, and then let's put this on the Y, something like that. I don't know if snapping's still on, but whatever. Something like that. Anyways, so I probably shouldn't be too worried about size. The one of the sizes that I looked at was 100 feet by 40 feet, and of course it was given in meters, and it was based off of an actual like Great Hall or whatever in like a castle. One of the ones that actually still exists. But I looked at it and thought, it's too narrow, and it's a little too long, and so I just kind of shortened it to 80 feet by 50. It actually gives it a little bit more. No, it's the same square footage, I guess, but it's still fairly big, and So now I'm gonna have to create the dais, which these two chairs will sit on, the king and queen's chair, and so yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm working on right now. I'll be making the dais. I'll be thinking about the board table, and the chairs. I'll have to make chairs to fit it. In fact, I was going to do a gag that had to do with the table being big enough that it goes over the dais and up to their chairs. And actually, I might still do that. I wasn't going to do it because the tone, because of the fact that halfway is fired, and the way that they're going to be doing that. But I might still do it anyways. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so let's start, and I will see you in the next video since I'm all out of time for this one. Oh, of course, I did what I always do, and there, at least you can see it. Not that you didn't see it before, but at least you can see it now. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.